Manipur reports second COVID-19 related death. 48-year-old COVID-19 positive man from Laimakong with chronic kidney disease and other complications died at Reams this morning. At least 3 Assam rifles, the one killed while another 5 sustained injuries in violent ambush with unidentified insurgents near Indo-Myanmar border. Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi approves National Education Policy 2020 to bring reforms in school and higher education system. Unlock 3 begins from August 1st. Union Home Ministry issues press guidelines for opening up of more activities in areas outside containment zones. And India reports single-day spike of 52,123 new COVID-19 cases in last 24 hours. Death toll reaches 34,968. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Afternoon News. I'm IBETHOI THOKCHOM with the top stories and latest news at this hour. Manipur has reported its second COVID-19 related death today. A 48-year-old man who tested positive for COVID-19 on July 26 died this morning around 2:30 a.m. He was admitted to Regional Institute of Medical Sciences RIMS on June 8 due to chronic kidney disease stage 5, liver infection, heart problem and other complications. The deceased hails from Laimakong. Sources said one more COVID-19 positive patient has died after complaining of breathlessness, but it is yet to be confirmed till the time of filing this report. On the other hand, 2 resident doctors of Anesthesia Department of RIMS Hospital were found positive for COVID-19 yesterday. So far, 22 staff of the hospital, including doctors, have been found positive for COVID-19. Manipur has reported a total of 2,458 COVID-19 cases till Wednesday, of which 819 are active cases. At least 3 Assam Rifles Jawans have died while another 5 have sustained injuries during a violent encounter with unidentified insurgents near the Indo-Myanmar border. Impact News sources said the incident occurred at around 7 last night near the 14th Assam Rifles Kongtal Company operating base located at Kongtang village under Chakpikarong police station in Chandel district. The deceased personnel are Rifleman Ratan Salam from Kaching district, Rifleman Methna Konyak from Mon district of Nagaland and Havildar Pranay Kalita from Barpeta in Assam. While the injured personnel are Subedar of 4th Assam Rifles, Mulkotil Haukip, Rifleman Anes Kumar, Shandip Kumar, Naik Sikandar Singh of 13th Dogra and Nitul Sharma. A 15-member 14th Assam Rifle Scout team led by JCO-1 proceeded from point 1519 to their company operating base at around 6:30 p.m. yesterday, during which the unknown assailants attacked the team by hurling 3 IEDs 1.5 kilometers ahead of their destination. Right after the IEDs exploded, the attackers hurled lethal bombs and fired the team with automatic rifles and even attacked the sentry post of the base. Sources said the Assam Rifle Scout team also retaliated with several rounds of fire on the attackers. Investigations are currently underway at the crime scene. No outfits have claimed responsibility for the attack yet. Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi yesterday approved the National Education Policy 2020. A single regulator for higher education institutions, multiple entry and exit options in degree courses, discontinuation of MPhil programs, low-stakes board exams, common entrance exams for universities are among the highlights of the new National Education Policy. Among the key reforms in the policy are a single regulator for all higher education institutions except for legal and medical colleges, common entrance exam for admissions to universities and colleges to be conducted by the National Testing Agency, and common norms to be in place for private and public higher education institutions. The Cabinet also approved changing the name of the Human Resource Development Ministry to the Education Ministry. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar said that the new policy is important as for 34 years there are no changes in the education policy. Union Education Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank said new education policy 2020 will prove to be a milestone in the making of New India. Secretary Higher Education Amit Khare said NEP 2020 aims to increase the gross enrollment ratio in higher education including vocational education from 26.3% in 2018 to 50% by 2035. Amit Khare said the policy envisages broad-based, multidisciplinary, holistic undergraduate education with flexible curricula, creative combination of subjects, integration of vocational education and multiple entry and exit points with appropriate certification. He said undergraduate education can be of 3 or 4 years with multiple exit options and appropriate certification within this period. Amit said that the affiliation of colleges is to be phased out in 15 years and a stage-wise mechanism is to be established for granting graded autonomy to colleges. Over a period of time, it is envisaged that every college would develop into either an autonomous degree granting college or a constituent college of a university. Secretary School Education and Literacy Anita Karwal said board exams will be low-stake and the focus will be on testing concepts and knowledge application. She said home language, mother tongue or regional language will be medium of instruction up to class 5 and school curriculum will be reduced to core concepts and there will be integration of vocational education from class 6. Health and Family Minister Lampalapam Jayantakumar attended a webinar on NAM and Ayush Health and Wellness Center under Ayushman Bharat with Minister of State Independent Charge for Ayush Government of India Sripad Nayak today. During the webinar, Minister Jayantakumar highlighted undertakings of the department in the state like production and wide telecast of short films on yoga to deal with stress and anxiety during COVID-19 pandemic. Awareness on the role of Ayush treatment and protection, production of food supplement called Ayush Immune Plus and creation of Health and Wellness Center. The State Health Minister urged the Central Minister to give sanction fund for 17 Health and Wellness Center for 2 years, that is for financial years 2019 and 2020 to 2021, and for opening the newly proposed 5 Health and Wellness Centers in Manipur. Thangmaiban United Club TUC has seized over 90 baskets of betel leaves worth lakhs of rupees last night. The betel leaves were seized from the residence of one Bhogan at the western side of the Lamphil Gogailon area in Thangmaiban constituency. Speaking to media, TUC President Pratap Lesangthem said TUC got tip off regarding the hidden betel leaves at Kogan's residence few days ago. These seized products have been handed over to the concerned police station and food safety office for further appropriate actions.
Lampian haitare Gogailongi makha thangba site ta bogen haidna magi yum mamada yam pak sauna khallakanda open noibo pot mana yong khaira mi moina torom mi adu akoi lakudagi hairiba mapu singsi chenre jigi yumbu singsi da mapu singsi ga Thailand United Club ka wari sanana bagi athu matam da lakna bagi akoi information moida piramme kharaga lana mistawa haitare manghan ba aduga yana ba adugum badudi takki club singnadi kaidumai su never tawroi khoina leijari se laipak miyangini Manipur da truck ki oiro ama oiro masa masula tawraga di loin dandi piba asida u liter ama porak ꯇꯧꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯅꯨꯄꯤꯗꯨ ꯐꯥꯔꯒ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯅꯁꯨ ꯗꯟꯗꯤ ꯄꯤ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯄꯥꯟꯕꯤꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯑꯆꯧ ꯑꯁꯥꯡ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯅ ꯇꯧꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕꯗꯅ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯉꯝꯗꯕ ꯑꯦꯁ ꯑꯦ ꯄꯤꯄꯜ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥꯅ ꯌꯥꯗꯕ ꯊꯕꯛꯇꯨꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯆꯞ ꯆꯥꯅ ꯊꯦꯡꯅꯕ ꯇꯥꯕꯅꯤ ꯍꯤꯗꯥꯛ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯀꯥꯞꯁꯜꯂꯅꯤ ꯆꯥꯕ ꯌꯥꯗꯅꯕ ꯃꯑꯣꯡꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅꯁꯨ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯦꯄꯔꯦꯁꯟ ꯇꯧꯔꯅꯤ ꯃꯥꯡꯕꯗꯤ ꯄꯨꯔꯥ ꯃꯥꯡꯍꯜꯂꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯑꯥꯏꯟꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯄꯣꯠꯇꯨꯗꯤ ꯗꯤꯁꯄꯣꯖ ꯇꯧꯕꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯐꯨꯝꯕ ꯈꯣꯠꯄꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯩꯔꯥꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯊꯥꯏꯃꯤꯅꯥꯇꯤꯛ ꯀ꯭ꯂꯕ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯚꯣꯂꯨꯟꯇꯤꯌꯔ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄꯨꯂꯤꯁ ꯗꯤꯄꯥꯔꯠꯃꯦꯟ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯒ ꯐꯨꯗ ꯁꯦꯐꯇꯤ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯐꯨꯝꯕꯗꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣই ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯌꯥꯎꯒꯅꯤ.
Manipur entered total lockdown for 8th straight day today in a bid to contain the spread of coronavirus. State police has beefed up precautionary measures in every district of Manipur, including the Imphal city area. Police continue crackdown on lockdown violators. They detain people who flouted lockdown rules, those who came out without wearing face masks and without proper reasons or proper documents issued by the government. Police patrol cars were seen in almost every route of Imphal city to prevent any untoward incidents. Roads in Imphal city bore a deserted look as only few vehicles were seen plying on the streets for emergency and essential services. Shops in Greater Imphal remain closed except for medical stores and pharmacies. Iramdam Kanba Apunbalub Ikal in a press release appeals to state government to stop issuing inner-line permit to outsiders amid the coronavirus pandemic. Ikal also appeals to the government to open a separate COVID-dedicated hospital to treat COVID-19 patients in place of COVID treatment facilities opened at RIMS and Janims at the earliest, as non-COVID patients are facing inconveniences in getting their treatment at these hospitals. Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on Union Home Ministry's phrase guidelines for Unlock 3. Keep watching Impact News.
Khanganjaba COVID-19 ki hauzik oiba fivam asi yengzeraga Ralph Medi City ki OPD makhataba notice ama thoktirba fawwa thingzinjare hospital asigi emergency service kaktamak chathajagani hairiba asisu telephone da hana appointment lobigadabani appointment ki damak 9366324204 da contact tawbiyu khanganjariba Ralph Medi City Imphal. Northeast India ki ahan boina IGS Infra Solutions Private Limited na Manipur International Airport ki VIP Loss Manipur State Rural Livelihood Mission Imphal East Kairau Bitra Tanix Tata Motors ta amuk kapthokpada tha ahum ngakthokpa ngamba COVID code ki pambai pijakre aduda sunatana tha mari thingsiluraba maming leiraba Jaipur Club amadi UP ki State Road Transport Corporation ki bus station ani da su kapthoktuna amuk hanna hangdok hankiba leikre akupa marol ki damak IGS Infra Solutions MM Manson Naurem Thong contact number 9862104214.
Banthoibi Group of Companies presents Banthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited, regulated by National Housing Bank, wholly owned by Reserve Bank of India, provide subsidized home loan under PMAY CLS Housing for All by 2022 mission. Banthoibi Microfin deals with microfinance activities only. Banthoibi Nidhi Limited provides loan against fixed deposit, loan against property, etc. Banthoibi Constructions Private Limited facilities. Booking started for real estate residential projects of flats, villas or row houses, etc. For more details, kindly contact Banthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited and its subsidiary group of companies or report Rangbam Leitlai Imphal.
Ichabu mahitam hanba haibasi mama mapa singna machada piba ngamba khwaidigi chabu khudoni. Slopland Public School, biggest and the finest residential school, Manipur gi oina lemjuningai oiraba, mahei tampam ama oiriba, khwaidigi junaraba mafamda semgatlaba, CBSE the affiliate toba higher secondary school oiri. Icha singbu admission tawidana mama mapa singna machada piba ngamba, khwaidigi chabu khudol oibiu, ichagi phazabalam chat sajati ahombadu ubiu, Slopland Public School Khongjom.
Andro AC ki social worker oibag loinana AC asigi Congress luchingba oibata natana United NGOs Forum Manipur ki chairman oiriba kaisham ningthem jauna Andro AC ki miyam ki thabak thorum kayada mateng pangbiba Spruti scheme ki makhada ahanba installment oina lupa lising yang kai pibiba loinana COVID-19 na maram oiraga lockdown lairingai manungda yumda laina sendan lambi pibibagi damak kaisham ningthem jawbu taibang mapuna yaiphawa maipakpa ohen bisnu haina haijariba inga laima top kuthabinu pilo.
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching Afternoon News. Union Home Ministry has issued new guidelines for opening up of more activities in areas outside the containment zones. The process of phased reopening of activities has been extended further in Unlock 3, which will come into effect from 1st of August. The new guidelines issued yesterday are based on feedback received from states and union territories, and our extensive consultations held with related central ministries and departments. Restrictions on movement of individuals during night have been removed. Yoga institute and gymnasiums will be allowed to open from 5th of August. In this regard, standard operating procedure will be issued by Health Ministry for ensuring social distancing. Independence Day functions will be allowed with social distancing and by following other health protocols. Schools, colleges and coaching institutions will remain closed till 31st of August. International air travel of passengers has been permitted in a limited manner under the Vande Bharat mission. Further opening up will take place in a calibrated manner. All activities except metro rail, cinema halls, swimming pools, entertainment parks, theatres, bars shall be permitted outside containment zones. Social, political, sports, entertainment, academic, cultural, religious functions and other large congregations will not be permitted. Activities in the containment zones shall be monitored strictly by state and union territories, and the guidelines relating to containment measures in these zones shall be strictly implemented. The Health Ministry will monitor the proper delineation of containment zones and implementation of the containment measures. States and union territories, based on the assessment of the situation, may prohibit certain activities outside the containment zones or impose such restrictions as deemed necessary. However, there shall be no restriction on interstate and intrastate movement of persons and goods. India has reported a single-day spike of 52,123 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. Death toll has reached 34,968 as per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Country's total confirmed cases have crossed 15 lakh, out of which above 5 lakh are active cases. Total recoveries from COVID-19 surpassed 10 lakh mark. 32,553 recoveries were reported in the past 24 hours. With this, country's recovery rate stands at 64.43% and COVID-19 mortality rate has further declined to 2.20% in the country. Maharashtra has the highest number of active cases of nearly 1,45,000. Meanwhile, the Indian Council of Medical Research said that a total of 4,46,642 tests of coronavirus samples were conducted by the various laboratories during the last 24 hours. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 1,72 lakh people and more than 6,70,000 people have died. Recoveries are above 1,71,000. USA is on top with more than 21,69,000 active cases, and Brazil is at second place with more than 6,77,000 active cases of COVID-19. India is at third place in the world. Total active cases of COVID-19 in the northeast states, including Manipur, have crossed 13,500 mark in the last 24 hours. Assam's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have crossed 36,000 mark, out of which 8,368 are active cases. Arunachal Pradesh confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 1,410, out of which 730 are active cases. Nagaland's confirmed cases have reached 1,513, out of which 913 are active cases, including 6 staff of Nagaland State Assembly who tested positive for COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. Tripura's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 4,288, out of which 1,628 are active cases. There are 183 active cases of COVID-19 in Mizoram, 397 in Sikkim and 580 in Meghalaya. Now the sports news. Host England have defeated West Indies by 269 runs in the third test match at Old Trafford Cricket Ground. In the match, West Indies won the toss and fielded first. In the first innings, England made 362 runs while West Indies made just 197 runs. While in the second innings, England made 226 runs with 2 wickets down and West Indies made just 129 runs with 10 wickets down. Overall, in the third test match, England won 2 matches and West Indies only 1 match. England's all-rounder Stuart Broad was adjudged man of the series title. Before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Manipur reports second COVID-19 related death. 48-year-old COVID-19 positive man from Laimakong with chronic kidney disease and other complications died at RIMS this morning. At least 3 Assam Rifle Jawan killed while another 5 sustained injuries in violent ambush with unidentified insurgents near Indo-Myanmar border. Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi approves National Education Policy 2020 to bring reforms in school and higher education system. Unlock 3 begins from August 1st. Union Home Ministry issues fresh guidelines for opening up of more activities in areas outside containment zones. And India reports single-day spike of 52,123 new COVID-19 cases in last 24 hours. Death toll reaches 34,968. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. For more news, you can also follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. Have a great afternoon and stay safe.